Saturday, February 16, 2019. IIS. Innovating Innovated Solutions. To me, music is love and love is life. Creating beats and getting credits for my natural skills of being a producer has always been my dream. So after working with a few chart-topping rap artists, I'm beginning to mature and coming to terms with terms, and focusing on creating industry, in other industry. I inspire to innovate. Together, we innovate, to inspire. By Terrance Manley. I began daydreaming this image in my head over the last 36 months or so. Triple effect, awesome and amazing. So here we go. One day on MySpace I wanted to showcase my music talent content to a lot of people, or as many as I could. Well, I only had around 94 friends at the time. It was after 6 long hours of studying, and immediately, turning around and applying what I had just learned, that my understanding and knowledge of starting a business went from just that to creating industries. As I should. Well, I wrote my first JavaScript. This simulation automations program I had developed began as I initiated the program and walked away with 94 MySpace friends at 9:30 that morning. 9:30 that evening, I arrived home to my desktop, glad to see that the script was still running, that it had neither stopped nor had it crashed. Checking my profile, in that very next moment, after I sat down, I saw that my friend count had went up from 93 to about 53,000. Now, how awesome is that? Here's a link to that MySpace. Here is a few strings of terms I was able to come up with, having the metanoia while dipping into the industry of internet marketing, and being faced with the thousands of tactics of SEO, and finding the day one simulation to it all. The recipe. Through it all, I have developed a few equations of my own. CCC. Communication, communicating, and connecting. Plus. PHP. People helping people. Equals. SEO, commonly known as search engine optimization. And SPS, services, products, and solutions. Creating industry was a string of terms I heard for the very first time, 4 years ago, on the first day I came to Rochester, New York, on the news. Well, the guy said that he wanted to create industry in Rochester, which would create 2,500 new jobs in the city, that he wanted to borrow $9 million of Kodak's $999 million to do it. I then remember reading this, that we build the net. And my very next thought was that if we build it, they will come. Surely, I could develop a platform inside industry of trade that would host a minimum of at least 1,500 jobs, with less than $1,500, within a 12 months period. Triple A fact, our people are service providers, product creators and innovators of industries. And our people are consumers. It was at that very moment that I was given purpose through thought, and I said to myself, I will bring industry to consumer and new consumer to industry. I would call my method IIS, Innovating Innovated Solutions. To me it was no longer delusions of grand, whatever the doctors wanna call it. Because that's exactly what they called it at that time. When I was able to understand the owners of industries, clearly see a common simulation between the industries, and between the consumer, and services, products and solutions. How the two rely on one another, and that through II and IIS strengthens the relation and the commitment between the two. As we proceed to contribute to the healthy growth of industry. AAA, fact, SPS, plus, our people, equals, awesome, and amazing, satisfied consumer, equals, effectively, innovating, innovated, innovations, and making the connection. Growing up as a kid, we'd visit my uncle all the way over in California. It's so cool, now. He would always say to me, "You got the whole world in your hands." This is truly absolute light. Everywhere we are, everything we see, is connected to a term, and the term belongs to some industry. From the sidewalks we were taught to ride our first bikes on, to the seed that grows into a blade grass in our front lawns. And things are branded, stamped with a logo, a slogan, and packaged neatly. Then distributed to our favorite superstore content holders. Placed on shelves, side by side to the next brand, for people to choose and fall in love with all over again. That's Innovating Innovations. I am Terrance Manley, and I now inspire to do just that, and making the connection. Communicating through news-rich text and rich image and media. Creating the content of value, where value first began, in the minds and in the heart size. To further connect our people to our people and the services, products and solutions we need and now rely on in our time. God bless us all.